I'm Maya.
I'm Julia.
With LineUp, and welcome back to Girl Talk number 2, where we're gonna talk about stuff like relationships and advice, boys and stuff like that you do, you know. So we're gonna hop on that. So we're gonna start off with this. I thought this was a really good question. What's the best advice concerning relationships that you've ever had, or like I guess that you've ever received? So one of the stuff that I learned that are very important, I think, after being in my first relationship, is that you as a person are not responsible for the other person's happiness. So I am not responsible for my significant other happiness in like a core way, because I believe that two people in a relationship should be happy on their own. So I should be happy with my life and what I'm doing, and he should be happy with his life and what he's doing as well, for it to like work out. Because I am a strong believer that you should not look for happiness from another person, especially in a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner, because I feel like, because you never know, because if that doesn't work out, then your main source of happiness will be gone, and then you can't be by yourself. You're not happy alone as a person. So definitely make sure and remind yourself that you are not responsible to make this person happy, like at the core. Of course you're there to make this person's life, you know, happier, but this person should always already be happy on its own, so you don't kind of blame yourself when this person's feeling sad or is not as happy as you are, you know what I mean? Because I feel like that can really like take a toll on you, that you're feeling sad because he's feeling sad and it's not working out because there's not a lot of negativity because this person's not happy and you feel like it's your fault. Get that out of your mind. You are not responsible for this person's happiness, like to the core. So I think it's a very important thing to remind yourself, especially if you're in a relationship. So yes.
So aside from that advice, I would say that being able to communicate and being transparent with your issues is very important in a relationship. Because if you perhaps have a problem with your partner and you will never let them know about it, and you expect them to sit and wait and figure it out, and then you'll just like develop this anger and irritation and just like so much feeling emotions inside you that you will never actually let your partner know about, and then you will just have this one-sided argument and eventually you start pushing away each other. So being transparent and open with your partner and being able to communicate and solve problems when they occur is very key for a happy relationship. And that goes for all type of relationship, like friendship, love, family, everything.
How to get over an ex. What I feel is best is that I am a strong believer that love is in the same part of the brain as addiction. So you can almost get you're addicted to this person, that you crave this person, and the only way to get rid of an addiction is to go legit cold turkey. So you gotta remove this person from your life immediately. As soon as you know I need to get over him, I'm gonna get over him right now, then you gotta remove this person from your life. That means I'm following them on all social media. And I remember when I broke up with my boyfriend, I kind of muted all of his friends' stories because I didn't want to see him. And you just gotta make sure that you don't talk to them. You don't remind yourself. You don't text and be like, yo, what's up? How are you? No, that's not gonna work out for you. You gotta legit remove this person from your life. And I know a lot of people think that they can be friends after they were in a relationship. That's not gonna work, like not immediately after. You're gonna have to take some time for yourself to rebuild and make you happy again, because you were happy before this person. You're probably gonna be happy after this person as well, but you're just gonna take the time for yourself to heal and really make sure that you're over this person, because you don't want that kind of stuff lingering in the back of your mind on like a day-to-day basis. So it's best to like cut off contact like immediately. I know it can be hard, especially if this person's like your first love or anything like that, but you're just gonna have to take the big step and do it, because it's gonna help you in the long run. It's gonna be way faster, because you don't want to sit there a year and a half later after the breakup and be like, shit, I'm not over him. You gotta start. remove the person from your life and just start from there, you know?
It's also very important that you stay occupied. Like, don't sit around at home thinking about this person and how upset you are. Just get yourself out there, go meet all of your friends, hang out with people you haven't hung out with in a while, go travel, go work, go do something that makes you genuinely happy, that can keep your mind occupied. I know for a fact that it's better to not be alone at these times when you're feeling very sad and emotional. So it's better to just try to have as much fun as you can and live your best life. Think of it as, what if this person that you broke up with, if he were to see you at your current state, then you want to show that you're living your best life, that you're having so much fun, that you're glowing up, that you're just like feeling beautiful and nice and good about yourself, so that this person will not basically affect you mentally. You know what I mean?
Long distance relationships. I have never had a long distance relationship, so I don't really know much about that, but I do know that, or I think that I don't think it's a good idea if you're young, if you're like our age. I feel like for a long distance relationship to work, then you both really have to be on the same page where this is gonna end up. You know what I mean? Then you gotta have a clear mind of like, okay, either one of us is gonna move to the other person after after this few years, or after we're done with school, or after you're done with like doing whatever you want, so you're gonna move here, I'm gonna move there. I feel like it's not gonna work if you don't have that already in the beginning, if you guys don't have like a mutual decision that at the end of this long distance, I'm gonna move to your country, you're gonna move to my country, or we're gonna get married. You know, that's just like what I feel like from a spectator of long distance relationships, because I don't feel like it's gonna work if you're just long distance to be long distance. You know what I mean? If you don't have like an end goal, I don't think it's gonna work. That's just...
Yeah, I've encountered some, not personally, but I've encountered people that are in long distance relationships, and then since they don't have this strong determined goal of, okay, this is where we're gonna end up, respective partner will start, you know, focusing on other people and start meeting other people, and that could eventually end up very badly because people will start lying. Because when you're in a long distance relationship, you can just shut off your phone, you can just not answer anymore. And I feel like if you don't have that goal of being more serious than you ever will be, it's very easy to cheat, to lie, to just pretend that things are okay, and then on the sideline, on the medias that you don't show, you could be talking to someone else or whatever. And I feel like that's very disrespectful to your partner. So if you ever are in a long distance relationship, just be able to have a clear communication, and as Maya said, be on the same page, because otherwise it's not gonna work.
Do y'all have tips on making the first move with the guy I want to ask a guy I like out? It's 2018. If you want that man, go get him. I know I'm not girl to say that because I don't follow my own advice in that way, but I mean, like, you guys can.
I'm more that I can go for it when it comes to a guy, because yeah, girl don't have any time to waste for a man to come through and holla, because guys in Sweden are so passive. They are so passive that you can date for a year and still you'd be like, what is this? You can have 2 kids and be like, live together for 20 years and then you're still like, oh, what are we? Like, legit, there are families in Sweden that are just like, they do not like labels or anything. So if you don't go out of your comfort zone, there's nothing wrong with hollering at a guy.
I mean, like, I feel like the worst thing that they can say is no, and you're just gonna be like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna move on then.
Yeah, but if you think about like I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, for example, if you're out and guys hit on you, and then you know, like, okay, this is a nice guy, like a nice way to hit on a person, and then there's just like those obnoxious people that are just like, why are you talking to me? So just think about like, okay, how would you like to be approached by a guy? And then you can think like, okay, well, if you like a guy sliding into the DM, then slide into the DM. If you like a guy that asks you out, the first thing he does, ask a guy out. it doesn't even have to be like, oh, hi, I love you and I want to be with you.
No,
it can
you
just
could
be
just
like,
be like, hey, I think you're cool, we should hang out.
Yeah.
Do you want to grab lunch, or do you want to, I know this cool place we could go to. Just, it could be all very casual if you wanted to.
Just don't be afraid of being rejected. Just like, you don't have any time to waste thinking like, what if. It's better to regret things that you did and not things that you didn't do. You know what I mean? So get yourself out there, build up the courage. It can be scary, but like the minute you do it, it's just, what if you cuff your males, you know?
When did you lose your virginity, and when would you think it's the right time?
Ooh, my mom watches my videos. It's scary. Okay, let's hope that she didn't go this far, but do you want to start?
I lost my virginity when I was 19. So I was the last one in the group that did it. But I didn't really feel like pressured. I didn't feel like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to do it now. I'm like, because I know a lot of my friends felt that when they were like 16. They were like, oh shit, I should be doing it because everyone else was doing it. I didn't feel that at all. I was just like, you know, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen, and I wasn't stressed about it like at all, like whatsoever, honestly. And I feel like I'm so grateful for that. And so it happened. I was with my first boyfriend. Yeah, I mean, I liked him a lot. I don't know if I was in love with him yet though, but we had just like been together, and I felt very comfortable with him. And I feel like that's very important. If you're gonna do it with someone, I feel like it should be with someone that you're comfortable with. I don't necessarily think that you have to be in love with this person, but I feel like as long as this person makes you feel comfortable with yourself, with your body, then I feel like it's okay.
I lost mine when I was the summer I was about to turn 17, so I was 16. Like, for other people that I was like a year younger than everyone, so like everyone I knew were a year older and basically already had done a lot of stuff, so I felt like a super late bloomer. But I mean, it's good not to rush it at all. I could have definitely waited even more. This was like a hot summer fling, and it just happened, and it was like, it was whatever. Like, it wasn't amazing. I think people kind of like hype your first time having sex up quite a lot. It's probably not gonna be your best time having sex, so you have to be like a bit more open-minded to be like, okay, well, this was that, and it can definitely be better, because like sex and getting to know your bodies and whatever, communicating with your bodies takes time, and you both have to be like willing to communicate. Communication is everything basically. But yeah, this was just like, yeah, it was short term, not much happened after. It was just like we had a summer. It was, yeah.
And don't forget to stay safe, guys.
Yes, use protection, kids. Use protection.
That's very, you know,
yes,
a lot of people don't know about
all the dangers out there.
All the
people
dangers
have
out
dirty
there.
dicks and whatever, like,
so you know, use protection, and definitely don't do anything that you don't want to do. Especially feel very comfortable. If you don't, then
consent is very
important. So make sure you don't, you know, if you're gonna do it for the first time, make sure you're comfortable, you're safe, and you just feel like, you know, now's the time. Because I'm very glad that I waited, even though all my friends were doing it like a few years before me. I was still fine. It didn't really bother me. So I just don't feel pressured into doing anything, because I feel like when you feel pressured into doing something, that's when you're gonna regret it later. So just kind of let it flow. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's it for the questions we had today.
And if you guys like these type of talks, do let us know what other topics you would want us to talk about for the next one. Otherwise, we'll see you in our next video.
Adios.
Bye.